Alright, let's talk about the moment that absolutely salvaged the day and delivered on years of anticipation. The 2025 AMA Pro Motocross opener at Fox Raceway was billed as one of the most anticipated in recent memory, primarily because of the absolute firepower assembled in the 450 class. We had the return of the dynamic Lawrence brothers, the legendary Eli Tomac making his comeback, the always exciting Jason Anderson, the defending champion Chase Sexton, and of course, the grand debut of MXGP champion Jorge Prado. All the ingredients for an epic, championship-defining opener were stacked high. Then came Moto 1, and for a moment, the air was thick with the thought of another dominant season. Jet Lawrence, fresh off a torn ACL just months ago, simply ran away from the field. It was a clinical, almost unnerving display of speed and control. He was untouchable, leaving many wondering if we'd see the kind of wheel-to-wheel battles that fueled our excitement. But then, as the gate dropped for Moto 2, everything changed. The racing gods delivered. We got what we've all been waiting for, what we've been dreaming about since Jet exploded onto the 450 scene and Eli's career reached legendary status. Eli Tomac versus Jet Lawrence. It was precision versus beast mode. The seasoned, relentless veteran against the young, explosive prodigy. And let me tell you, it was everything it was cracked up to be, and more. Eli attacked early, immediately putting the pressure on Jet, letting him know this wasn't going to be a runaway. He probed, he pushed, he tested the young gun's resolve. Jet responded, cool under fire, building up a small lead, but Tomac wasn't letting him get away. He attacked again and again and again, trying to break Jet's spirit, trying to find that one weakness. But for every challenge, for every beast mode attack from Eli, Jet had an answer, calculated, precise, showing incredible courage and unwavering focus under intense pressure. He didn't just fend off Tomac, he went blow for blow in a chess match at 60 miles per hour. In the final laps, Jet, demonstrating that unparalleled fitness and racecraft, managed to pull away slightly, but the battle had been fought. The veteran versus the new young star. Power versus precision. It was the showdown we craved, and it delivered on every single promise. And here's the kicker. Jet Lawrence's undefeated streak at Paula, Fox Raceway, on a 450 remains perfectly intact. This performance cemented the fact that he is clearly, definitively, over that ACL injury. To run 60-plus minutes of live, intense motocross just months after a significant knee injury and still win, it's a testament to his recovery, his training, and his sheer mental fortitude. His reaction post-Moto 2 was a powerful reminder of just how much this kind of performance means to these elite athletes, especially coming back from adversity. Jet had the best overall line selection of the day, bar none. That outside line after the two tables, which looked absolutely brutal for most riders, he somehow got away with it, executing it flawlessly every single lap. On a track where getting out front early trumped almost everything else, not even Eli Tomac's absolute best shots were enough to unseat him. I can't say it'll always make for invigorating TV if Jet runs away with it, but this feels like the first of many wins for Jet this summer. However, we need to talk about Eli Tomac. Man, if only Tomac didn't have starts he did. He looked absolutely as advertised in Moto 2. The speed, the aggression, the intensity was all there. But those initial gate drops put him in a position where he just couldn't close the difference enough to get by Jet. The pace, however, should be the big takeaway here for Eli. He proved he still has the raw speed to contend with the best. Once we get to tracks with some better passing opportunities, and assuming he can dial in those starts, he should be in line for some wins. Sadly, that wasn't the case on Saturday at Fox Raceway, but the future looks incredibly bright for Eli as the series progresses. This, right here, was the highlight of Fox Raceway. A glimpse into the epic championship battle we now know is possible. If this is just a preview, then the 2025 AMA Pro Motocross season is going to be absolutely unforgettable.
He's moved up now into the sixth spot. Jason Anderson is in seventh. Lesnar and Haynes and Joey Savacci, ninth. Hampshire holding down the 10th spot. We knew this was going to happen. A little less than.
Now let's pull back the curtain and peek into the future, because the silly season rumors for 2026 are already in full swing. Pulp MX head honcho Steve Matthes, who is notorious for having his finger firmly on the pulse of a rider market, has thrown out his best guesses for who goes where. And if these predictions hold true, we're in for some seismic shifts across the paddock. The biggest bombshell from Matthes? He thinks Eli Tomac will end up at KTM. This is particularly fascinating, given the recent buzz and even images circulating of Tomac testing a Ducati a couple of weeks ago. Could it be a strategic play? A genuine consideration? Or just a test ride for fun? If Eli ends up on the orange machine, that would be a monumental shift, potentially giving KTM a championship-caliber rider to pair with their other stars. Then there's the widely speculated move that now seems almost nailed on. Chase Sexton is off to Kawasaki. This has been a rumor for months, and Matthes solidifying it suggests the ink might practically be dry. If Sexton dons green, it immediately begs the question, what happens to Jason Anderson? According to Matthes, it looks like Anderson could be joining Justin Barcia at Ducati. Can you imagine that pairing? A madman and an El Hombre on the brand new, unproven in America Ducati machine? That would be a very, very strong and incredibly exciting team for Ducati's debut year in the States. And let's not forget, Ducati has been having massive success in MXGP this season, with their bike truly proving its worth against the established manufacturers. This isn't just a curiosity, it's a legitimate threat. As for the rest of the musical chairs, Matthes predicts Ken Roczen stays at HEP Suzuki, which provides some much-needed stability for that program. And despite Malcolm Stewart signing with FXR and being linked with Triumph, who also were FXR, the Pulp MX head honcho thinks Mookie will stay exactly where he is, though on what brand is a bigger question. And that brings us to the potential OEM shuffle. Matthes tweeted directly, if I had to guess for 2026, Sexton to Kawi, Barcia and Anderson to Ducati, ET to KTM, Roczen stays at HEP, Mookie stays Husky. I believe Husky is gone, off-road bikes only, and the SX/MX teams will be KTM and GG. This is huge. The idea that Husqvarna could become gas with the white bikes no longer present in the AMA paddock for SX/MX is a significant shakeup in brand strategy. It would streamline KTM's focus to just KTM and gas for top-tier racing, while Husky potentially retreats to off-road dominance. This 2026 rider market, even at this early stage, promises to be one of the most dynamic and consequential in recent memory. It's not just about who rides what, but how these shifts will redefine team rivalries, brand identities, and an entire landscape of professional motocross for years to come. The drama on the track at Fox Raceway was just the beginning. The drama behind the scenes is already heating up.